We're back at it again with another chaotic love letter featuring my cat, Navi. One of my best friends and someone I care for a lot took the time out of their day to draw me these stills, and they're drawing more for me as we speak. Speaking of which, say hi, Navi. Also, I understand that the last chaotic love letter was a bit on the shallow end of content. That means bad. I wanted to improve the quality for viewer entertainment and enjoyability. I hope you can enjoy this video as it took like 3 days to make. I know that's not a long time, but it's a long time to me. You can shut the fuck up now. When I started this project, I was typing my script that I'd go off of for the video so I don't ramble on and on about the same things and repeat myself 24 times because I like something a lot. After all, that's the point of these videos. But I got my outline down and I was lacking. I had no ideas, so I'm like, I needed a little bit of Boneworks vibes. So I put on one of the only video game soundtracks I can sit down and listen to on my own accord, and that's rare other than the Doom soundtrack. And that would be Bone Tones by Michael Wyckoff. This guy did an amazing fucking job with the soundtrack for Boneworks. Nearly every song is memorable and enjoyable, and the Boneworks soundtrack is what's going to be in the background right now. The controls with the physics of the body are something to be blown away by. Everything seems so smooth to me, the way the virtual crouching is to the climbing. It personally feels so natural. You have a body that interacts with the world. You can ram your head into things or use your hands to either climb, punch, or grab. Everything in this amazing world has weight. The sledgehammer that you pick up has weight. Your body has weight. The fucking null rat has weight. And I don't like you, null rat. You're a prick. Everyone and everything is heavily interactive. It makes you feel like you're truly in a different world. I have never been so immersed in a game before until I actually played Boneworks. And when I played it for the first time, despite not knowing how the jump worked and looking like an idiot to the person I was screen sharing the game to on Discord, it became one of the most replayable, enjoyable, and memorable experiences there is, and there is nothing like this game. To put it briefly and frankly, point is, the game is fucking amazing. Everyone should play it if they have the chance to, because it will change your life. The guns are one of the many staples of this game. They're snappy and aggressive, and they sound beefy as hell. As a person who enjoys shooting guns and appreciating little details, this game is what playing COD MW 2019 felt like when I first saw the animations. It felt fresh, it felt new. The only complaint I have is the lack of a genuine eject button. The methods of reloading are smacking the magazine out of the weapon with another mag and putting the new one in, physically pulling out the magazine and pulling another magazine out of your belt and inserting it into the mag well of the firearm, and lastly, using the context menu and pointing upwards towards the eject button, and it would draw the magazine out for you. While I love the methods of reloading the firearms in this game, I downloaded a mag eject mod for Boneworks, and oh my god, did it improve the experience fucking tenfold. It felt like one of the two things missing, in my opinion, from the game. I will get into the second thing that the game is missing in a short bit, and keep in mind, it's also my opinion. Hammer, wrench, balloon toy, fucking frying pan. There are many melees in this game, ranging from throwable kunais to claymores, like this shit's Dark Souls. A video coming up on that next year. The melee is sort of lacking in regards to abusability. A game like Blade and Sorcery, a game made with melee in mind, executes it well, because, well, it was made with it in mind, and because it has dismemberment. It doesn't void the specific uses of certain bladed weapons' intentions. I apologize if I sound really demented when I say this, but it would complete the package after all. Sharp weapons would feel much more powerful and fluid, especially weapons with the intent on slashing like swords and such along the lines. This one didn't really need to exist for Boneworks to be the best to me, but in my opinion, it makes sharp melee weapons feel out of place unless it's a stabbing or poking weapon. My personal favorite melee weapons are the combat knife, the sledgehammer, and the wrench. All of these things are fucking ridiculous and super fun to use. I recommend them. Something I love about the game are the NPCs. The game with the physics and the weapons allow for some extremely creative encounters and ways to play the game. Fighting forwards with a combat knife and a handgun is always something I enjoy doing personally. Why? Because I'm a psychopath. No, I'm just kidding. Because the enemies have random attacks and they're physics-based and are controllable. At least the melee-based enemies. As I've mentioned, your head and your hands are physical objects, and I would like to expand more on this. When in hand-to-hand combat with, say, maybe 2 nullmen, you can headbutt or punch generally. Punches are great, and it is possible to learn to punch with enough power and one-punch the shit out of the prick. Or alternatively, you can use your head and become ridiculous and unstoppable by ramming your way to the next area using nothing but your thick fucking skull and a little bit of determination. At most, you will suffer severe brain damage, but don't let that stop you. There are pricks that throw off buildings and land on. Every single fucking object in this game has weight and physics. You can stack up crates to get over high walls, and use trash cans to push over someone. Or you can use the crab leg and put him in the drawer and put a crate in front of it. For the specific science experiment, we will be using Doug. Doug greets you in a specific level, known as the break room. Say hello, Doug.
The fuck you want, Sped?
We could put Doug in the locker, like we were his high school bully. Put him on a stack of bricks accordingly. Then, put a nice weight over his neck and he's stuck there. This is a perfect example of how everything interacts with the world. A brief segment I wanted to touch on before I continued was climbing. I have never liked climbing in any of the VR games I have in my limited collection. It always felt janky as fuck and not very satisfying. Until now. See this fence? Back to the last bit, I said you could stack crates. Tell me. No. Educate me on why you stack crates for no fucking reason.
You wouldn't. You do it to climb, fucking retard.
I don't know how you got out, Doug, but bye-bye. There are a neat number of game modes, and some have creative ways of achieving the ability to play those game modes, like Tuscany, Blank Box, and Zombie Warehouse. For Tuscany, you need to go through Redacted. For Blank Box, you have to tediously collect every single item in the game. And finally, Zombie Warehouse, you quite literally just find it in a locker. No sarcasm, I promise. The arenas are very fun. If you want to test and see how truly good you are at endless waves of enemies coming at you, firing rounds and attacking you from all sides, then play Survival and Fantasy Arena. Want to see how good you'd fend off hordes of zombies and crablets? Play Zombie Warehouse. Want to fuck about and do whatever you want and play the gateway I started? Yeehaw! Try Museum Sandbox. Level design in Boneworks didn't make much sense, and so I played the story multiple times. It makes me feel so small in such a large, obscenely large actually, world. This game does not just let me see the world, it lets me explore it by any means necessary. By the aesthetic, things not looking so complete beyond barriers can be explained by, well, technically, we're in a VR game, and it is an incomplete one. In the 90s, after all. It leaves a player with many ways to get over, under, and through certain obstacles that prevent you from proceeding. Like going through the top, on the roof of a warehouse, and jumping completely off to the next side, avoiding the warehouse entirely, or going through the normal way. It's really your choice, and Boneworks is something remarkable for this being one of its game philosophies, quite literally, when being made. And these are just things that I like, and I just want to point out. The ultra basic gun safety. This game covers a baseline concept of gun safety, and you can actually learn from it. While it isn't the only gun safety one person should know, it's the first time I see a game actually throw it in your face. Whenever you throw a kunai, it always sticks into an object instead of having the chance of bouncing off. I know it's very video gamey, but it makes it very fun. It makes you feel like a fucking assassin. The home of the mentally insane shop owner, Noodle. This is the piece I recorded Forgotten Noodle's footage with, and I had a blast with this video. Maybe we will see Noodle in the future, if he fucking shows up. Oh, what's this? I'm getting a call?
I won't show up for appointment. I'm running late.
Why? What happened? I'm paying you by the fucking hour.
Fuck you! I don't take shit from nobody. Keep it up and I'll kill you, you big fat bimbo cheese-eating fuck.
Well, he's not showing up, I guess. When I first started up Boneworks, I was really confused and I did not know what to expect. I'll be honest, I did cheat when I played the first time. I downloaded a modded save and I played around in the sandbox for like 50 hours because I was only interested in like the physics and the guns and stuff. I had a shit ton of practice and I ended up deciding, fuck it, and I played through the story. Then again, and again, and again, and again, and now I go through that shit like a pothead high off his ass eating munchies. Time flies fast, but so does the bag of Lays. This game blew me away and has helped me get through some hard times. I have never felt so good after playing a game for the sake of playing a game until I played this masterpiece. I hope you enjoyed this random ass video and thingy or whatever. Buying shit, I don't know.